Welcome in to the Morgan and Kathy Wooten Gymnasium at DeMatha Catholic High School for this January 5th WCAC contest between the DeMatha Stags and the Cavaliers of the Heights School. DeMatha coming in at 9-4, 2-1 in league play. The Heights 2-6 on the season, coming off their first conference game, a loss against Good Counsel. I'm Cory Puffett, joined as always in the booth by my colleague and friend Neal Murphy. Neal, how you doing today?
Doing fine. Playing a little hurt. We had in geometry, it was side angle, side, 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 side. Always takes a lot out of me. But
I can imagine.
My way through it.
Well, we're going to do just a really quick pregame here, and then we'll turn it down to our in-house PA announcer, who will introduce the starting lineups for us. We got some new spotlights and all that stuff. No pyrotechnics yet inside of the gymnasium.
Well, I was hoping the PA announcer was going to introduce us because I really like the way he does that. Not sure about the spotlights on us, though.
No, I think we can do without that. We got a full crew today. I want to thank our video broadcast journalism students, Matthew Calabrese, Liam Donaldson, and William Bradley, who are here. We're going to turn it down to the PA announcer at this time.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen. Strong and faithful God, as we come together for this athletic event, we ask you to bless these athletes, keep them safe from injury and harm, instill in them respect for each other, and reward them for their perseverance. Bless all who have gathered for this game, students, parents, and visitors. Inspire all to have a true spirit of sportsmanship and a value for others. In all of us, may we have a Christ-like attitude. Let us also remember those men and women in uniform of our nation who daily protect us from terrorism and harm within our own country, and who keep safe the victims of international war and violence. We pray that the Lord will guard them in the palm of his hand and return them safely to their families and homes. Lead us all to rewards of your kingdom, where you live and reign forever and ever. Amen. St. John DeMatha, pray for us. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please remain standing and direct your attention to the American flag for the playing of our national anthem as recorded by the Voices of DeMatha.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to meet the starting lineups for tonight's game. First for the visiting Heights Cavaliers. Junior forward, number 33, Keaton Clyde. Junior guard, number 2, Anthony Fountain. Junior guard, number 11, Michael Byrne. A senior forward, number 20, Seamus Regan. And a senior guard, number 5, Connor Venable. The staff for the Cavaliers, the manager is Nick Mazarigos, the assistant coaches are Grayson Smith and Luke Polito, The head coach of the Cavaliers is Thomas Treadwell. All right, DeMatha, are you ready? The lights go out in 3, 2, 1. PG County, it's time to meet the starting five for the 2022-2023 DeMatha Stags. A 6'8" junior center, number 1, Malcolm Thomas. A 6'2" junior guard, number 12, AJ McCleary. A 6-foot senior guard, number 2, Jaden Winston. A 6'3" senior guard, number 4, Mason So. And a 6'2" senior guard, number 5, Isaiah Arnold. The spotlight operators are Owen Kramer and Pat Moran. Team managers are Travis Jones, Jordan Gibson, Terrence Getty, Ian Mackel, and Jaden Gooden. The trainers are Jennifer Redding, Ava Grease, Haley Rust, and Wendy Norris. Assistant coaches are Travis Bergdolf, Isaac McNeil, Kurt Samuels, and Wade Summa. And the head coach of the DeMatha Stags in his first season is Mike Jones.
All right. Back up here in the booth, Neal. Now it's you and me. How do we top that?
I don't know. Big game for the Stags, though.
Yes.
Tough outcome the other night. You always want to see, you don't like to do it, but you want to see how your team responds to a loss. I know there's some technical things I looked at on the film, but also maybe a loss of confidence there. See how the Stags respond.
Oh, Stags respond at least to start things by winning the opening tip. Jaden Winston controlling the ball here for the Stags. Fakes a pass, finds Mason So, who's going to get it inside. AJ McCleary kicks it back out to Isaiah Arnold. Stags moving the ball around, and Mason So, little baby jumper from the foul line. Nice save by Malcolm Thomas, keeps it alive. And a third opportunity here for the Stags. AJ McCleary can't get it, and once again, another offensive board for the Stags. That time, Isaiah Arnold, little antsy, called for the walk.
Great effort by the Stags. Multiple attempts. They got some offensive rebounds, just weren't able to cash in.
Seamus Regan will handle the inbound here for the Heights. Passes it in to Connor Venable. Trap for and a walk. Nice job there by So and Arnold trapping Venable, forcing the carry. Turnover, Stags ball.
Stags start out as they always do, put the pressure on defensively. See if we can get something down the offensive end. Their ball down on the baseline, something they need to tighten up a little bit. Has some costly turnovers the other day when they were inbounding the ball, pivotal point in the game.
Good job by Malcolm Thomas to cut the defense. Jaden Winston found him. Heights forced to foul, and Malcolm Thomas will shoot 2 free throws.
Nothing complicated, but good hard cut to the ball. He was a good receiver. If he catches the ball in the lane, something good should happen. Should be able to knock it down or at least get to the foul line.
He did the latter. His first free throw is good. Stags the first on the board.
Malcolm with a solid effort the other night, and we're going to look for him to continue to grow as the season goes on because more and more is going to be asked of him.
2 for 2. Malcolm Thomas. DeMatha leads 2-0. Michael Byrne inbounds. Seamus Regan back to Byrne. DeMatha full court defense here. And Jaden Winston, with the quick hands, forces a turnover. Isaiah Arnold going to take a deep 3, no good, high off the rim. Malcolm Thomas with the assist, Mason So with the rebound. A.J. McCleary kicks out to Jaden Winston. Thinks about driving, decides not to. And now A.J. McCleary, clean look in the corner. A little short, rebound by Regan. DeMatha comes away with a loose ball. Quick hands in the passing lanes, and now the Heights with a transition opportunity. No good, but they're going to call goaltending on Malcolm Thomas. I don't know if the ball was over the net, but that's going to be 2 points for Connor Venable.
Up on the rim, you got to leave it alone. Stags, bad floor balance. Got beat down the floor. Jaden Winston was really the only guy there. Kind of ran through it. Got to get the hole first. Heights in their 2-3 zone. Stags doing a pretty good job reversing the ball. Haven't cashed in yet, though.
This time off the backboard, couldn't get the angle. A.J. McCleary no good. The Heights off and running once again. And a foul. That one I believe is going to be on Isaiah Arnold. No. Instead, they're going to get A.J. McCleary for that one. And we'll get our first substitutions of the night. Adam Fox and Cade Sebastian checking in for the Stags.
As always, DeMatha playing with that burst of energy, that up and down, so they're going to sub a lot. Everybody gets a chance to play.
Discussion here for the officials.
I think you were just checking on the shot clock.
Yep. They decide that it is correct. Keaton Cly inbounds to Regan, back to Cly. Looking to three, and that is good. Michael Byrne knocks it down. The Heights up 5-2. Looking for their own three. No, Sebastian thinks better of it. Passes back to Arnold, who gets it inside to Adam Fox, who drives. Good vision by Fox, seeing the opening.
Nice finish by Adam. Bought the ball in the left hand, laid it in softly off the glass.
Tight coverage for the Stags, and they were going to say out of bounds. Michael Byrne stepped on the baseline, Stags ball.
Heights are in that 2-3 zone. It's a little bit wide. Stags so far doing a good job getting the ball in the middle, feeding the post area.
Jaden Winston at the top. He'll take a floater off the front of the rim, and that is what we're talking about at home. That's what the rim is supposed to do for us.
Should always work at home. He talked that one in.
6-5, DeMatha takes back the lead. Malcolm Thomas left his feet, managed to regain himself, and Keaton Klein no good from three. Cade Sebastian gets to Malcolm Thomas, who's going to drive. Tried to do a little reverse, had to pivot himself in midair, couldn't get it to fall.
Kind of got caught in no man's land, couldn't get all the way to the rim, didn't pull up short.
Anthony Fountain no good. And Cade Sebastian saves it. The Heights thought it was out of bounds, but the officials do not think so. DeMatha with the ball in the half court. Cade Sebastian gets his man to leave his feet, takes a floater from the side, no good, but he's going to get it back. Isaiah Arnold, clean look, and there it is. Caught it low, went up, knocked it down.
And that's one of the keys for Isaiah Arnold. When he catches it low, he's as good a shooter as anybody. Sometimes he's not ready for the shot.
That time he was, and he knocked down the three. Gave DeMatha a 9-5 lead. On the other end, DeMatha's going to send the Heights to the foul line. Anthony Fountain was driving, couldn't get it to fall. He'll shoot two.
The Heights are coached by Thomas Treadwell, and if you're old like you remember Thomas was a heck of a player. Played at good counsel. I think he probably graduated early 90s, like 93. Had a great career at American University. Was all CAA back when they were in the Colonial League like that. Very talented player. I think this is his second year coaching the Heights. He was assistant there for a while. But yeah, Thomas was a very good player. I'm pretty sure he played overseas for a while after his collegiate career was over.
Fountain misses the second free throw. He made the first, so it's 9-6. In the game for the Stags is Chris McElveen. He couldn't get that to fall in the lane, but that time he will get it off the assist by Jaden Winston.
Good penetration. Little baby lob there to Chris. He was able to finish.
Anthony Fountain chased down from behind by Cade Sebastian, able to dish it off inside the lane, but no good. Adam Fox with the block. Fox gives it to Winston. The follow, and then Malcolm Thomas got the rebound, but they blow the whistle. There was a foul underneath the rim.
Good break by the Stags. The lanes were filled.
Yep.
Didn't convert on the first one, but we had plenty of coverage on the boards for the offensive rebound. Adam Fox will go to the line for 2.
Yep, Adam Fox fouled in the act of shooting. Makes the first. Get a couple of substitutions. Prashant Hill checks in. Jacob Wallace checks in for the Stags. Matthew Bowl checks in for the Heights, as does Eli Ephraim. Again, the rim kind to DeMatha. Fox 2 for 2 at the free throw line. DeMatha with an early 7-point lead. And it's going to be a foul on the Heights.
Foul on Prashant Hill. They had the trap going, came up out of his stance, blocking foul, the Heights ball on the baseline.
I was getting a little bit of feedback in my ear there. I think it might have been a cell phone on the table. Sometimes that'll do it to the to these old soundboards. Adam Fox brings the ball down the court. Just to Wallace, back to Fox. He's going to take a 3. No good. Short. Tried to steal it away, but the Heights will move it down court. And that's going to be a defensive foul. No, they call offensive foul on Connor Venable.
Cade Sebastian giving up his body, taking the charge. Everyone wants more playing time. They want more playing time. Defend the bucket. Stand in for your teammates.
That's how you do it.
Heights now more of a 1-2-2. Again, very wide. Stags kind of getting caught ball on one side of the floor.
Prashant Hill found him a little late, but it doesn't matter. Cade Sebastian knocks it down from the corner, deep in the corner.
If you take charges and make threes,
that's definitely a recipe.
That's part of the equation.
Time. Jacob Wallace, nice lead pass. And I think that's going to end up being a foul. Chris timeout call. Just a timeout call by the Heights. I wasn't sure because he went up for it. They're going to have to fix the net there, but great dunk by Chris McElveen and a better lead pass by Jacob Wallace.
Excellent defense by the Stags. They had the trap at half court. Jacob knocks it loose. Good throw ahead pass to Chris McElveen for the dunk. Forcing the Heights call timeout. 18-6.
I got a little ahead of myself thinking there might be a foul there just because of the other night. We saw quite a few of those in that game. The referees were not letting those go.
They were
but nobody's
calls.
Underneath them here,
right.
So.
They were borderline calls, but they were consistent in terms of what they called the first time they called the second.
Yeah. So the Stags, of course, coming off of a rough game against O'Connell the other night, but they had a pretty successful winter break on the court. Several wins against quality opponents. Nice block there. That was Prashant Hill with the block, and he rips it away, passes it up, and that time they're going to blow the play dead before Chris McElveen can try it again.
Good effort by the Stags there. A number of white shirts on the floor, able to dig out the loose ball, creating the opportunity.
Michael Byrne checks back into the game for the Heights. Wallace to Sebastian. He's feeling good, and he's looking pretty good. Makes another 3.
Well, one of the things they're talking about, you're wondering who in your team is going to respond, right? Cade Sebastian certainly has.
Prashant Hill finds the ball, and they're going to call jump ball. Nice job there by Connor Venable to tie it up before Prashant Hill could get it back and pass off to Jacob Wallace. And the possession arrow is in favor of the Heights.
Good D by the Heights. Prashant maybe just a little too aggressive. Took it in too deep, too soon.
Charles Thomas checks in. J.J. Massaquoi also on the court for the Stags. I think he checked in on the last substitution. That ball out of bounds, not touched by the Stags, so DeMatha will take possession. Ball off Eli Ephraim. Stags with a strong first quarter effort here. Charles Thomas tries a three of his own, no good. Sebastian went up twice, couldn't come down with it. Eli Ephraim off and running. The Heights will work it around the outside. Tries the three, no good by Ephraim, and Jacob Wallace went up, almost took a hard spill, regathered himself and found Cade Sebastian in the corner, no good. Massaquoi with the rebound, can't put it in. And the Heights in the lane. No good, but it's going to be out off Massaquoi. Heights ball.
Good job by the Stags changing ends a couple times. The other night they got caught maybe loafing a little bit, getting down. That time was good. All five bodies got back to the defensive side.
Cole Bowser checks in for DeMatha. The Heights working around, takes a contested jumper. Nice defense there. I believe Massaquoi had his arm up. Bowser to Charles Thomas, and Charles Thomas for three.
Good looking stroke there. Good rotation on the ball. Not afraid to step up and knock it down.
Missed his first one, wasn't shy about taking another. Charles Thomas with his first bucket of the game. Seamus Regan trying to get some help. He does. DeMatha with some tight defense here, and the call is a travel on Michael Byrne. A lot of guys getting playing time here in the first quarter. Now it's the freshman Ashton Meeks checking in for the Stags.
Just over 25 seconds to go in the first quarter. Stags up 24-6. Shot clock is off.
They can take the last shot of the quarter if they want to. Jacob Wallace doesn't seem interested in that as he drives right in and draws a foul. Don't think Seamus Regan liked that call. Wallace will shoot two.
I think Jacob kind of caught the Heights by surprise. 25 seconds to go. You figure they'll probably take the last shot. They got a nice lead. He took it right into the teeth of the defense.
Wallace good on his first. DeMatha had a bit of a slow first quarter on Tuesday, only scored 16 points in that first frame. They got 26 here in the first quarter tonight. The Heights, we'll see if they hold for the last shot. They're running an offensive set, but you kind of have to against this pressure from DeMatha. Cole Bowser had the defense, and he's going to be called for the foul. 4.2 left. Heights will have to try and run something quick to get a shot off. Gets it into Regan. They got to put it up, and they do. No good off the left side of the rim. Michael Byrne tried it, couldn't get the bucket. DeMatha up 26-6 after one. What did you see in that first quarter, Coach?
Well, I think the first question is answered. If you're Coach Jones, you want to know, how does your team respond to adversity? They had a rough one the other night. Certainly they felt like maybe things didn't go their way, but it seemed like everybody came out and responded with positive energy. They had some real good contributions from guys. Cade Sebastian comes off the bench, picks up a charge, knocks down a couple three. They're playing with some energy, hopefully back on track. One of the things you might be worried about with Coach Jones is everybody can check our schedule. So even though we're playing the Heights tonight, you got 16-year-old guys thinking, yeah, next Tuesday, Paul the Sixth comes to town, and your mind starts to wander. You know, you're going to have a tough night. So good response by the Stags to start. You know, Hopefully we'll get back on track. And I think with this year's team, we may have some up and down moments because even though many of these guys are returning varsity players, most of them weren't the primetime players last year. Certainly Jaden Winston, Malcolm Thomas, they played a little bit. All the other guys kind of coming off the bench. Now they're being asked to be some of the main guys, and it's a little bit different. And you have a situation like the other night, maybe they're a little unsure of themselves. So it's good to see them come out and play with energy. Fine first quarter.
Looking ahead briefly to Tuesday night, Paul VI, all three teams, freshman, JV, and varsity, coming to town. We'll have all three games right here on DM Stags TV on YouTube. Mason So with the ball to start the second quarter for the Stags. Entry pass by Winston, getting it to A.J. McCleary. Back to Winston. He takes the three. He knocks it down.
Nice job. Enter the ball to the post. Defense collect, kick out. You're always going to shoot a high percentage if you step into the three. Jaden Winston knocks it down.
Ephraim able to get by Arnold, but Malcolm Thomas, good coverage down near the basket. DeMatha gets it back. Mason So, wide open look. Couldn't get it off the front of the rim. A.J. McCleary comes down with it. No look pass by Winston. And Arnold, I don't think he was quite ready for it, but that time it didn't matter. Knocked that down from deep.
Great job by Jaden Winston. He had a good shot, but he gave it up for a better one. And that's just great basketball. Recognize he had Isaiah Arnold open on the wing. Isaiah steps up, knocks it down.
A.J. McCleary fouls Michael Byrne. Possession foul, so the Heights will take it from the sideline. 5 team fouls on each team. And right there, Seamus Regan in danger of going back court, just had to throw it to the middle of the defense. And DeMatha turned it over, took advantage. Jaden Winston, an easy layup.
Live ball turnovers are going to lead to easy baskets for the Stags.
Matthew Bowell, good pass back, but DeMatha with the tight defense. Maybe one too many steps by Eli Ephraim there, but he's able to get it up over Malcolm Thomas and knock down the bucket. And they turn DeMatha over there. Regan driving, passes back out. Probably had the open look there, decided to sidestep Malcolm Thomas. Connor Venable couldn't hit it. Jaden Winston. No good. Heights takes the ball. Going to slow it down just a little bit, but DeMatha is going to put some pressure on them. Mason So with the rebound. Isaiah Arnold looking up court. He's got A.J. McCleary cutting toward the basket. Regan able to recover and cut off his path in the lane. And that's going to stay with DeMatha. Keaton Clyde checks back in for the Cavaliers.
I think one of the things the Stags are going to start to do better as the year goes on is learn the difference between a fast break, live ball turnover, where we're just playing ball, we're just going to the basket, or when it turns into a 5-on-5 situation, we want to pull it out and reset our offense.
Sam Hatch also checking in, his first action of the night for the Heights. Mason So missed the three. Malcolm Thomas able to get it back. And A.J. McCleary called for the walk.
Mason So, who's one of our best shooters, has had a bunch, probably 3 or 4 really good looks, has been able to knock him down. He's got to have the confidence to keep shooting the good shots. They will fall. He's too good a shooter.
Working around outside, almost a walk there by Clyde. He was able to get it away, but that's a turnover by the Heights.
5:24 to go in the quarter, 34-8. The Stags are up. Heights in that 1-2-2, kind of wide. Middle should be wide open if we flash some people in there.
Isaiah Arnold putting it up for Malcolm Thomas. I don't know how he saw him, but he did. Always fun to see the alley-oop. On the other side, the Heights kicks it out for 3. Keaton Clyde, no good. DeMatha off and running. Arnold kicks out to Winston, and Jaden Winston for 3.
Nice job. Jaden Winston had set up Isaiah Arnold a few plays ago for a 3. That time Isaiah returned the favor. Nice job on the break. Simple pass to Jaden stepping in for the 3. 39-8, Stags are up.
McCleary's called for another foul, and he's going to take – is he going to take a seat? Isaiah Arnold checked out as Darius Vance gets in the game for the first time this evening. And now A.J. McCleary is going to take a seat. I think he's at least got 2 fouls now. He might have 3. Christian Tate will take his place. Fountain does not feel Jaden Winston coming, and Winston takes it away. Tried to pass it back, but Keaton Clyde was there, and they're going to call a foul. I think they're going to get Malcolm Thomas here. No, they're going to call Darius Vance on that foul.
Great read by Jaden Winston. The ball handler, who he was not guarding, turned his back on him. He was going to pick his pocket. Steve Lake versus Jason Williams.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Just wasn't able to convert. Looked like he wanted to go in for the layup, and then decided last moment he was going to throw a little baby lob to Malcolm Thomas.
A much better Maryland versus Duke memory from my perspective than the one you brought up the other night, Coach.
I got a lot of memories. That's what happens. You get old, a lot of memories. Not all of them are good.
Well, I remember that one. That was one of my favorite plays. I always go back to that. So that was DeMatha's 7th team foul. So it was a 1-and-1 situation for the Heights. They couldn't convert the first free throw, and a couple of putback opportunities for DeMatha. Ultimately, it's Mason So, one-handed with the right hand. A little bit of an awkward angle for him, but he managed to put it in.
Well, Mason's had some tough luck so far. Maybe that'll get him going.
On the other end, the first 3-point basket for the Heights. That one by Anthony Fountain, and the Heights into double digits. Mason So to Christian Tate. Darius Vance cutting in. He's going to take the hopper. No good. Rebound to Fountain.
Tough shot. Got it to no man's land. Got it that mid-post thing. Tried a little fadeaway. Not his strength.
And Malcolm Thomas rejects Keaton Clyde. It'll stay with the Heights. If you leave the ball low, I mean, maybe he figures, Malcolm Thomas won't be ready for that. Malcolm is always ready to go way up for those blocks, but he was able to adjust that time, no problem. Venable gives that up. No good from 3 by Keaton Cly. And there was a push-off by Christian Tate. So the Heights will retain possession as Ashton Meeks checks back in. 3:17 to go in the first half. DeMatha with a commanding lead over the Heights.
Not a bad foul by Christian. If you're going to give one early, have it be for trying to box out and trying to rebound.
Another 1-and-1 opportunity for the Heights. Anthony Fountain will take these. Made the first, so he gets a second, and that one is no good. Christian Tate with the rebound, and Darius Vance going to push it up the court. Ball in the hands of DeMatha's freshman, Ashton Meeks. He gets it back from Jacob Wallace, no good, but Wallace able to get inside to rebound it. He'll take the 3 this time. No good off the front of the rim, and Darius Vance couldn't get there. Keaton Clyde with the rebound for the Cavaliers. They'll push it up court. DeMatha once again with some tight defense. Fast hands by Wallace, knocks out of bounds.
Staggs getting a little bit impatient against his own defense. They've had so much success going inside, bringing it back out. Last couple possessions on the perimeter only. Quick and deep threes.
Galen Borsico checks in for the Stags. He's got the defense. Darius Vance comes in, pressures the ball away, and we're going to get a foul. No shot, but that foul is going to be charged to Connor Venable. That is the 6th team foul on the Heights, so still a possession foul. Next one will put them in the bonus. Christian Tate will take the ball out of bounds as Seamus Regan checks back in for the Heights. Darius Vance puts it up for Galen Borsico, and he puts it in. Caught the defense napping there. On the other end, a 3 attempt for the Heights, no good, and Borsico is there for the rebound. Ashton Meeks thought about taking the deep 3, instead passes off. Good ball movement by the Stags, finding the open man. Ashton Meeks, no good that time, but Jacob Wallace with the assist by Christian Tate just tapped it out to him, and he was able to hit the shorter.
Great kick out on the initial 3. They didn't knock it down, but as it is with good shots, you get good rebounding coverage. Stags able to cash in on the offensive boards.
The walk by Michael Byrne. Thought he had an open look. Ashton Meeks closed quickly, so he tried to sidestep, but shuffled his feet along the way. And Lawrence Marshall will check in for DeMatha. Correct me if I'm wrong, I believe every single player has now been on the court for the Stags in this first half. I'm looking down my roster. I don't see any names I haven't called yet. Ashton Meeks fouled. Keaton Clyde pleading his case. He's confident that he did not get Ashton Meeks, but that's going to be a shooting foul, and so Meeks will shoot 2. Errant Horn there. We'll wait until after the first free throw to get a sub by the Heights. That one no good, and Lawrence Wheeldryer will come in for the Cavaliers. Meeks 0 for 2 on that trip to the free throw line. That one too strong off the back iron. 1:30 here in the first half. And Seamus Regan didn't watch that one into his hands. Taps his chest, says, that's my bad, on the pass from Sam Hatch. Ashton Meeks wide open. I don't think he was really wanting to take that shot there, but then he realized how open he was. That hesitation cost him, and that's going to be a jump ball. Possession arrow in favor of the Heights.
Yeah, Ashton, normally a phenomenal three-point shooter. He's had some good looks early. They haven't gone down. But again, you're getting good shots. Keep taking them.
Hard collision between Meeks and Fountain there. And it looks like they're going to get Darius Vance for a foul here. So Sam Hatch will shoot. Once again, 1-1. The next foul by the Stags will put the Heights in the double bonus. Just over a minute to go in the first half. First free throw good by Hatch. He'll get another. And the second one good. DeMatha working their half-court offense here. 1 minute to go in the quarter. Vance moving off to his right, passes it back to Meeks. He's going to take it. No good once again. Borsico went up for it, but Hatch came down with it. Heights ball. Anthony Fountain spins off Vance. That was a very tough move, but he got it to go.
Went to the left hand, laid it off the glass. 30 seconds to go.
Meeks back to Vance, passes it off to Lawrence Marshall, and a walk. Good defense by Sam Hatch there, forcing to pick it up, shuffle step as he was trying to find a way to get the ball around the defender to Ashton Meeks.
Now, unless I'm wrong, Sam Hatch would be the son of Austin Hatch, former head coach at the Heights, but longtime friend of DeMatha, played at Ireton, helped coach at St. John's, and has been a teacher at the Heights for many years.
Offensive foul charged to Seamus Regan. It's offensive, so no free throws coming for the Stags. Ashton Meeks going to try it again. Still can't hit one.
Why
We'll take
not?
another.
Oh.
Oh, man, the rim just not kind to Ashton Meeks in this first quarter. He goes over. His head is hanging just a little bit. He's upset he's 0 for from 3, but Coach Jones tells him, keep your head up.
Good
Don't
shot.
stop taking him. I mean, he's wide open, and he's a good three-point shooter. He's just got to stay confident
Just
in
a
the shot.
little flat, a little bit rushed, so the ball's hit kind of hard there. It's flattened out, but he's fine. Okay.
We'll take a short break here. DeMatha leads 45-16 after the first half here against the Heights. We'll be back in about 10 minutes. Keep it right here on DM Stags TV. And we are back for second half action here on the campus of DeMatha Catholic High School. The Stags and the Cavaliers, one half in the books. Any analysis for me, Coach?
Well, I texted my wife because my voice is a little raspy. See if I was sounding okay. She goes, "You sound okay, but you're definitely talking a lot less." But she said she liked the broadcast better. I'm not, 40 years, and I think the honeymoon's finally over, Corey.
Or maybe you're just being more efficient with what you're saying, you know?
Yeah.
Say less, but you say more profound things when you do talk.
I've been told that most of my life, usually in class by my students.
Well, you can ignore what they have to say. You can't really ignore what your wife has to say.
Yeah, probably a good move there. Yeah. So while I'm at it, hi to Kellen, Ainsley, and Brody. Got to get that in there. Hope they're asleep. It's past their bedtime. Matter of fact, it might be past my bedtime. And here's the bad news. I just took my last cough drop. So,
ooh. Well, hopefully this is a quick second half. It's a pretty quick first half. The Stags with a 45-16 lead as we get started with the third quarter. Mason So takes the inbound pass by Winston. Winston a little bit strong on that three attempt, but it comes all the way back out to Mason So. Isaiah Arnold thought about it, pulled it back down, instead finds A.J. McCleary with the turnaround jumper just shy of the free throw line. He knocks it down.
Better job on that second after. Not a bad shot by Jay, but a little quick. What his own defense wants you to do is take that first quick three.
Goes up tall over Malcolm Thomas, but no good by Connor Venable. DeMatha with the rebound.
We'll see if the Stags get a little reversal here.
Malcolm Thomas goes up with it, no good. Too strong off the backboard. Keaton Cly taking it down the sideline, and Mason So a little too tight on that defense. He's called for the first foul of the second half.
A little bit out of position. Get back in position before you try and make a play. Can't make a play on the side. Stags man-to-man.
Anthony Fountain working against Mason So. Tight defense and some good help by Mason So with A.J. McCleary. McCleary going to take it all the way to the rim. No good on the layup attempt, but he will go to the line to shoot two.
Good job by the Stags out front. Mason So, A.J. McCleary causing pressure. Live ball turnover. Great opportunity for the Stags.
That is the third personal foul against Keaton Cly. And short on that attempt by McCleary. Errant horn. We had one of those in the first half. This time, nobody is waiting to sub. McCleary hits the second free throw. Driving into the lane, got caught in the air, but able to find Connor Venable in the corner. No good. And Jaden Winston chases down the rebound. And an amazing adjustment by A.J. McCleary.
Good push by the Stags, had the numbers on the break. Excellent pass for the layup.
Caught it in the air pretty far from the rim, but managed to get it up off the backboard and in. And then on the other end, Malcolm Thomas able to get just a little bit of pressure behind the shooter, but the ball is going to stay on this side of the court with the Heights. Byrne inbounds to Cly in the corner. Keaton Cly working on A.J. McCleary, was trying to find Anthony Fountain. Jaden Winston was able to get a hold of it, and on the other end, he finds Malcolm Thomas for an uncontested dunk.
Great hustle by Jaden Winston, but also smart play by Malcolm Thomas to follow the play.
A live call there by you is once again good pressure by Jaden Winston, forces the turnover. And a travel on Connor Venable. Joey Sheehan is going to check into the game for the Heights.
Stags defense causing a lot of problems for the Heights at this point.
An 8-0 run to start the second half for the Stags. And Mason So catches it and lays it in. Assist to Isaiah Arnold.
Little change of roles there. Malcolm Thomas set the screen. Mason So to the rim for the lob.
Working inside, Anthony Fountain. He will get the foul, go to the free throw line to shoot 2. This one charged to A.J. McCleary. Adam Fox will get ready to check into the game for the Stags after this first free throw. That is 4 fouls now on McCleary, so he is going to have to take a seat for a little bit. No good off the left side of the rim. And Adam Fox checks in.
While you certainly don't want to be in foul trouble, activity is going to create whistles. And the Stags, at least for this point, their trademark is their pressure, they're active. AJ's done a great job. He's been involved in a lot of plays, and sometimes the whistle's going to go against you, but you keep playing that way. Once that's your style.
Fountain missed both free throws, but I think he'll trade those for the 3. Great job by Seamus Regan to track down the rebound off of the second missed free throw, and Fountain put it in from deep. Jaden Winston, a little errant on that pass, looking for Malcolm Thomas. Thomas wasn't ready, and the ball wound up just bouncing off of the padding on the backboard.
Not a bad look. Probably needs to be a little bit more decisive when he gets in the lane.
That was a bit of a dangerous pass by Venable. Even if Regan had been ready for it, that would have been really tough to complete that pass. On the other end, great find by Jaden Winston. Adam Fox puts it up and in. Just cutting across the lane, Winston dishes it inside to a wide open Adam Fox. Regan to the corner, Anthony Fountain, and he knocks that one down.
Tough shot, contested in the corner. Fountain able to knock it down.
Couple of quick threes for Anthony Fountain. Winston, half floater there from the corner, no good. Mason So tracks it down and puts it in. That's always tough to make that 3.
That's one that he needed, though. He had a couple good looks in the first half, wasn't able to knock it down. Be great to get him back on track.
61-22 the score. We're past the halfway mark here in the third quarter. Somebody lost a shoe. It was Malcolm Thomas. That time Anthony Fountain couldn't knock it down in the corner, but Joey Sheehan able to clean it up for the Cavaliers. Sheehan with that rebound as well, and the Heights with the ball. But you got to watch out for Jaden Winston. He is still keeping up the pressure on defense. Nice block by Regan. He wasn't happy with Winston stealing the ball from him, so he got a little bit of revenge. Sloppy passing, though, by the Heights on the other end, and it'll be Stags ball as we get a line change. Cage Sebastian checks in. He's in the backcourt, as is Chris McElveen. And in the front court here, we got Jacob Wallace is going to bring the ball down court for the Stags. Sebastian to McElveen. Tries to get inside. Malcolm Thomas rolls around the rim, no good. Jacob Wallace with the rebound, and then Adam Fox knocks it to Wallace. Cade Sebastian in the corner, going to drive. Kicks it out. Fox, he hit a 3 early in the game. Couldn't hit that one. But DeMatha with another offensive rebound. Cade Sebastian for 3, no good. Chris McElveen a little early going up for it, able to knock it off the rim. Malcolm Thomas got an opportunity, and DeMatha comes away empty after getting at least 4 offensive rebounds. And I might have undercounted.
Nothing to show for it. Had some good looks in there, just not able to ring the bell.
In and out for Keaton Cly, and it looks like Joey Sheehan's going to be called for the foul, pressuring Chris McElveen. Prashant Hill will come into the game for the Stags.
Stags will be in action again on Tuesday when Paul VI comes to town.
A big game for the DeMatha.
Paul VI playing good counsel tonight up in Olney. The Heights will play at O'Connell next Tuesday, and then next Wednesday, Paul VI goes to their gym. That's 2 nights in a row, some big games for them. But that's the way it is in the league. Every day there's some great matchups.
The Heights will have the ball after this full timeout by the Stags. Pretty quick moving third quarter here, already inside the last 2 minutes of the frame. DeMatha with a 61-24 lead. Not as many fouls in this quarter either, just 2 fouls on each team so far in this half.
Well, Stags got off to a great start in the third quarter. Their defense really put the pressure up, which led to multiple runouts. Our first 5 or 6 field goals were all in the paint, off the steals, those live ball turnovers. Let's see, you got some other action going on. McNamara beats Carroll by 2, 46-44. St. John's up 13 at the half over Ireton. See what else we got. Halftime, Paul 6-33, good counsel 26. So as always, just some great games going on.
WCAC, such a great league for basketball. Great league for really every sport. But, I mean, we've got, 3 or 4 teams in this conference that are nationally ranked right now? Is that right?
I believe Paul VI, Gonzaga, and St. John's are in there. And, of course, our national rankings will drop because we all play each other so many times.
Yeah.
It's inevitable you're going to have that one bad shooting night, etc.
Yeah, DeMatha suffered through that on Tuesday against O'Connell. Really struggled shooting the ball. They made it close at the end, really tried to close it down, but couldn't make the comeback. And collision by Jacob Wallace and Chris McElveen. The Heights comes away with it. And a floater does not go for Eli Efron. Cade Sebastian able to get out of a triple team and draw a foul. That one's going to be charged to Seamus Regan. Third foul on Regan tonight. Jacob Wallace off to Chris McElveen. Cade Sebastian in the corner, just a little late on that pass. Didn't get the open look he was looking for, but they're going to work it back to Chris McElveen, and he hits the 3.
Nice job by the Stags. Again, that inside-out action. He threw the ball inside to Adam Fox in the post. He kicks it back in. One of his teammates stepping up for the open 3.
Open look, no good for Joey Sheehan. He follows it up, no good. And then that's going to be a foul underneath the basket. Seamus Regan is going to go to the line. That one charged to Cade Sebastian.
Bad news from the great state of New Jersey. Rutgers 64, Maryland 50.
That's a final?
That is a final.
Maryland's been struggling lately. They got off to a hot start, and they got that win against Illinois. A lot of fans feeling good about the team, but it's kind of unraveled over the last few weeks. Still a young team with a new coach. Plenty to look forward to with that program. 1 of 2 on that trip to the line by Seamus Regan. And on the other end, a lot of activity under the basket. And they're going to get Adam Fox for the foul. His second personal. Inside of 50 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Off of 2 players' feet, ultimately recovered by the Heights, but then Chris McElveen comes away with it.
Jacob Wallace, very active defensively. Able to get his hands on a number of balls. With him and Jaden Winston pressuring the ball, a lot of good things will happen on defense. Quick
Pass by Cade Sebastian looking for Adam Fox. DeMatha couldn't come away with it, and a foul called. That one's going to be on Cade Sebastian again, so he picks up a quick second foul. And DeMatha now up to 5 team fouls here in the second half.
15 to go in the quarter.
Bounce pass again. Regan drives in, couldn't get it to fall, goes back up and through the contact, puts it in. Chris McElveen got to put it up quick. I don't know if that would have gone, but it did not fall anyway. DeMatha leads 64-27 after 3.
Well, obviously the Stags are in command here. We've got a comfortable lead. We should be in good shape. But we have to keep improving as a team. So you may be all right. The Heights are not going to catch up in this game, but we've got to get better. And we learned that the other night against O'Connell, and we know we got a tough opponent here.
Yeah.
So every player, can't turn into a pickup game where I want to get my name in the box score, right?
Right.
Do the things that are going to earn you playing time on Tuesday night.
Yeah,
Because Coach Jones plays a lot of players. He's got a lot of different buttons he can push. Do something out there. He's going to want to tap you on the shoulder on Tuesday. Hey, go in there and get the job done.
It's the same philosophy I have with cross country. Every race is a practice for the next race. You can't only get better in practice. You have to get better in the games, because no matter how much you try to simulate the game in practice, it's not the same.
Right. There's always game slippage. So you're out here under the bright lights, get a chance. This is your chance. And so often the perception is, well, I can do that by scoring. Well, you can do it by rebounding. You can do it by defending. You can do it by taking care of the ball.
Do it by running your sets.
Just by making the right play.
Yep. Being where you're supposed to be off the ball. Every little thing matters. J.J. Massacoy in the game for the Stags. Cole Bowser in the game. Charles Thomas is also checked in. They join Cade Sebastian and Jacob Wallace, returning from the end of the third quarter. And a late whistle as Seamus Regan went to the floor. And they're going to get Massacoy for the foul.
I'll give J.J. credit every time I've seen him play. He attempts to take a charge, and he's getting better at it. That time, he attempted to take it. There was no whistle. Play continued on. Then the ref on the baseline said, oh, yeah, that was probably a block. I guess he wanted to be sure. I think he did the review first, then made the call. He went to New York.
2 free throws upcoming for Regan. First one is good. Next foul will put the Heights into the bonus. Next foul against DeMatha, I should say. Regan 2 for 2 on that trip to the charity stripe. Wallace to Cade Sebastian. Gets it into Massacoy. Massacoy turnaround fadeaway. No good. Shooting over Anthony Fountain. Rebound to the Heights. Fountain passes off to Ephraim. Jacob Wallace was trying to come in and swipe the ball away. I'm not really sure how he didn't get it, but on the other end, poked away by Cade Sebastian. Oh! And a really hard foul. He came down and slammed his head into the floor. Immediately, Anthony Fountain was trying to catch him as he fell. I'm confident that was not purposeful. Just a lot of contact, and the trainers are over there checking on Cade Sebastian.
Yeah, I don't think it was anything intentional. I think Cade kind of surprised him because he's a right-handed player. He was on the left-hand side. So he took off early and was going to try and dunk it, which kind of opened up his body completely. Defensive player Fountain got there late. Both players off balance, but as soon as they went to the floor, Fountain was over there trying to see if he was okay. But it looked to be that situation where Cade kind of bounced a little bit. They did call intentional. And I think mostly because it's a dangerous play.
Yeah.
The offensive player totally exposed as you go in there, and it's just going to be a bad collision with the two players himself and then the floor. And certainly you think about recent events in other sports that I think it's okay.
Yeah, he's up, walking off.
Unfortunately, we've got Wendy and her crew are here.
Yep, Ava Greasy down there with her.
With him. So he's in the best of care.
Yep, so Ashton Meeks checks into the game for him, and he's going to shoot the free throws off of the intentional foul call. Makes the first one.
Good to see Ashton knock it down. Obviously a great shooter, but he's had a tough night tonight from the foul line and from the three-point line.
Yep.
So maybe that'll help his confidence.
Yep, made both of them that time.
It'll be Staggs' ball on the baseline because of the intentional foul.
Nick Buono checks in for the Heights. As Anthony Fountain checks out. Ashton Meeks catches it deep, drives in, kicks it out to Jacob Wallace for three, in and out of the rim. Nice job by Charles Thomas to chase it down. Ashton Meeks, open look. Oh, man, in and out. He cannot believe it. He's going to be asking Coach Jones if we can replace those rims this week. Three attempt off the front of the rim by Connor Venable off the pass by Seamus Regan. That's going to bounce around out of bounds and stay with the Heights. Driving in, tumble, some legs got tangled up.
A lot going on there.
Yep, Seamus Regan able to clean it up for the Heights. On the other end, Meeks goes up.
I don't think they see it. J.J. Mescoy fell down on the baseline and actually stepped off the court. So I don't think the referees were able to see it. He's actually down by the basket support on the other side.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even notice him, Coach. I see him too. And Ava Greasy getting her steps in.
Yeah.
Heading down there with Coach Jones to check on JJ. And
looked like he was reaching for his ankle, but I'm kind of obscured at this point.
yeah, there was a tangling of legs down underneath the basket, and somebody could have stepped on somebody else's foot and just tweaked something. Hopefully nothing serious, but we'll let
Well, Charles Thomas did a good job stepping over. He was going to defend the basket and make a charge. The offensive player veered off, so their legs kind of got tangled. And then like bowling pins, one went into the other. About 4 players involved that hit the floor.
Looked like they were getting ready to resume action over here, but Ava and Coach Jones are still down here on the baseline near us with J.J. Massacoy. Not a good idea. Well, I guess they're going to go with the free throws. I don't know.
Well, they're off the field to play.
They are in an official sense, but they're still pretty close to it. You would hate to have anything happen there, but Ashton Meeks hits the first free throw. And the second one off the front of the rim, up off the backboard and in.
There was that good shooter's roll that had crawled in.
Heights trying to move the ball around. Good defense there by Cole Bowser, but then taken right back. Nick, and another hard foul. Darius Vance a little slow to get up, but he is going to be pulled to his feet by Bowser and Venable. Nick Buono was fouled on the play. He will shoot 2. First free throw, good by Buono.
68-32, 6:24 to go. And JJ is still on the baseline with our trainer.
Second one, good as well. Darius Vance tries to get it inside to Charles Thomas. Intercepted by Regan. Buono for 3. Off the assist by Regan.
Good little sequence by the Heights. They pushed the ball on the brace. Nice little kick out to the three-point line. 68-36.
DeMatha will take a timeout here, 32nd. A lot of contact here in this quarter. Definitely makes you a little bit nervous.
So again, we've got some guys out there who have been hungry for minutes. So they've got to make sure they make the most of this opportunity out here in terms of taking care of the ball, defending, etc., because they want to move up the totem pole a little bit.
Some great news today on the Damar Hamlin front. Obviously still in critical condition, but a lot of good signs as we're hearing from the doctors today. Woke up last night, was holding hands with his family members, asking who won the game. And as far as the doctors can tell, neurological functions seem to be intact for him, so really good news on that front.
Yep.
Floater by Eli Ephraim, no good. Charles Thomas comes down with it.
Nice little post up last time by the Stags. Darius Vance, a nice little feed inside. Charles Thomas with the nice finish.
Ashton Meeks floats it up on the alley-oop to Charles Thomas. Really good find by Ashton, and on the other end, intercepts it, pokes it away, and gets the layup to go. He's a freshman, y'all.
Stags responding well to the timeout. Always good to see.
Regan, turnaround jumper, no good. Blocked by Charles Thomas. Darius Vance pushing it up the floor. Jacob Wallace drives in, blocked, no good. Seamus Regan with the defense.
Took it a little too deep, challenged the big guy inside. Didn't work out too well. Good push by the Stags, though. 4:40 to go in the quarter.
Ephraim crossover, gets it to his man in the corner, and Joey Sheehan knocks it down from three.
Joey Sheehan, nice little stroke there. Stepped into it. Oop.
Vance fakes the pass to Wallace, got it back from Meeks and was looking for Wallace, who'd already left his spot. And Cole Bowser.
Nice little finish by Cole. I think it was in Cole's geometry class today that I lost my voice. Wasn't from yelling at Cole, though. Great kid. Transferred to DeMatha, seems to be adjusting well.
Ephraim working against Wallace. Tough assignment for him. And then Cole Bowser steals it away, gets it to the freshman, Ashton Meeks, for two.
I think the DeMatha bench was hoping he might throw it back to Cole to finish it in style.
Driving in, pass it out to Ephraim. Challenged by Vance, no good. Ashton Meeks for three, no good. Still trying to get that three-pointer to fall. Just not his night from that range. Get it out of his system now, though.
Maybe just a little over-anxious, a little quick on the release. We know he's a great shooter.
Yes.
So he'll be fine. But the game experience will help him, and he'll have to deal with this and how he's going to approach practice. Got a couple days to work in it. Because I got to figure, if we're going to do what we want to do on Tuesday, we're going to need him to knock down a couple of big shots for us. Ball the six, I saw them on TV early in the year playing in one of those tournaments. They were good last year, and they might be better this year. They're just very deep, very athletic. They've got size. They've got it all.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough assignment for our Stags on Tuesday, but hopefully it'll be a fun night for us up here in the booth.
Well, the games are always good, but I enjoy them a little bit better when we play well.
Oh, absolutely. Might even say a lot better when we play well. Lawson wheel dryer passes into Buono. The Heights trying to work it around, and that's going to stay with the Heights off of Christian Tate out of bounds. Lawrence Marshall
ball the
checks
six,
in.
pulling away from good counsel, 54-33 at the end of three.
Matthew Bowell checks in for the Heights. Nice entry pass into the lane. Heights trying to find an open shot, but DeMatha doing a good job of closing on the shooters, and they turn the ball over. Lawrence Marshall passes back to Darius Vance. He'll set up the offense. Vance puts it in. Galen Borsico. And he'll draw the foul. Want to thank our video broadcast journalism students for all their work today. The freshman game, we had Marco Crawford doing play-by-play with Brooks Franklin on the switchboard and Ryan Trindade operating the main camera. In the JV game, Mikael Desta and Isaiah Brooks were on the commentary. Matthew Calabrese handled the switchboard, Ryan Trindade on the main camera. And now in this varsity game, Matthew Calabrese on the switchboard, Liam Donnelly on the main camera, and William Bradley handling that secondary camera that we've gotten a few looks from over the course of this game. I want to thank them for their hard work tonight. We'll have another team of students working on Tuesday. Some of those guys will be back with us on Tuesday, and we'll have a few others taking their turn working those roles for our basketball broadcasts.
All those guys do a great job, and what a great experience for them to be able to actually put their hands on the equipment at this level and to be able to work with us.
Oh, absolutely. Both teams trade misses. Cly missed from 3, and then an inside shot did not fall for the Stags. The Heights back with it in the half court. Cly was not expecting Bowell to move from his spot and tosses that out of bounds. Ashton Meeks checks back in for the Stags. Just over 2 minutes to play here. DeMatha versus the Heights. It's a 79-39 game in favor of the Stags. 17 fouls on the Stags, so the Heights are in the bonus. Heights 1 foul away from putting DeMatha in the bonus. Christian Tate drives in, no good. Galen Borsico with the rebound and the follow.
Nice job by Christian against his own. Wasn't able to cash it in. But as he said before tonight, good shots. You generally get good rebounding position. Galen was able to finish that one off for us. 81-39, coming up on a minute 30.
Bowell, it's knocked away by Cole Bowser, and Christian Tate takes it all the way and puts it in with a dunk.
I think the bench liked that one. Always good to see those guys up cheering some of the guys who maybe don't get to play as much. Christian, great year in football, so just getting into basketball shape now.
Off-ball foul is charged to Galen Borsico, and with the Heights in the bonus, they'll shoot 1-1, keeping Cly at the line. First free throw good, he'll get a second. One for 2 on that trip, and Christian Tate came away with it and was able to get to it before it reached Joey Henzel.
Ooh.
And for 3, Cole Bowser. 1 minute remaining in this game, 86-40 in favor of our home Stags. Matthew Bowell tried to pass it off to Buono. Ashton Meeks takes it the distance, and he really wanted to dunk that. Realized he couldn't, and it rolled around the rim and off. No good.
The guys in the locker room after the game might remind him of that.
Clyde, turnaround jumper, tough shot, no good. Meeks comes away with the rebound, and the Stags are going to slow it down here. Only about 2 seconds separate the shot clock and the game clock. Passes it off to Lawrence Marshall. Back to Meeks, back to Marshall. Stags working it around. Matt Meeks inside to Galen Borsico for the alley-oop. That should close the scoring for the Stags. See if the Heights puts one last shot up. And they will not. That will be our final score, ladies and gentlemen. 88-40 in favor of the Stags. Great bounce-back game for DeMatha after that loss against O'Connell.
Yeah, obviously, you're in between the O'Connell game and the PVI game. But if you're Coach Jones, I think you got out of this what you wanted. How's your team going to respond? They responded positively. They got business done, and now they can start to prepare for next Tuesday's game.
One other thing Coach Jones gets that I'm sure he wanted, win number 10 in his DeMatha career. Congratulations to Coach Jones on that milestone. DeMatha improves to 10-4, while the Heights falls to 2-7. Come right back here Tuesday night. DeMatha versus PVI right here on DM Stags TV. Freshmen play at 4, JV at 5:45, and Varsity with a 7:30 tip-off. For Neal Murphy, I'm Cory Puffett. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Take care, have a great weekend, and we'll see you back here Tuesday night.